Space, a final frontier.
So Trekkie Dave here, and I'm just doing a quick video on something that I thought was kind of neat, and I wanted to show you guys. So what it basically is we're currently in Edmonton, and we're in Edmonton because I started my cancer treatments yesterday, radiation and chemotherapy at the University of Alberta, and the cancer clinic there had requested that we remain in town overnight just in case I reacted badly to the treatments that sometimes happen. So they gave us a list of hotels in Edmonton that we could stay at that have a reduced rate for people going for cancer treatment, essentially to try to help people. And one of the hotels on the list, surprisingly, was the Fantasyland Hotel at the West Edmonton Mall. So last night our family stayed in the Star Trek suite. No, it's called the Space Suite, which was kind of cool because it's set up like you're on a space station, and when you look out the window you're in outer space. It's just kind of neat. So anyways, I thought it would be kind of cool. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here, and the mall doesn't open until 11. So I believe I have access to the mall. I can walk around. The mall's not locked for me because I'm in the hotel, and the hotel is part of the mall. So I'm in the West Edmonton Mall. So for those of you that don't know, the West Edmonton Mall is sort of the Canadian version of Disneyland. I mean, not exactly, but it's that kind of an idea. It's I believe, I don't know this for a fact, I haven't Googled it, but I believe the West Edmonton Mall is the biggest mall in the world. And it's not just a mall. It's like a water park, and it has a whole carnival, like with rides and everything. And it has a giant ice rink. Of course, it's Canada, right? So it has a giant ice rink. So it's really, really cool. So I have access to it right now when nothing is open. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to walk around and shoot a video because I don't know if this will ever happen again. So right here is the pirate ship that's in the middle of the mall. I'll just quickly show you. There's a glass ceiling, and here's the giant pirate ship, and it goes around, and there's like, they like have like Disneyland. There's like actors and stuff that are on the ship when the ship goes around, and the boats and everything. So anyways, this is near the hotel, and this is the pirate ship. So my favorite part of the mall is over here, and I always call this the Geek Area, and whenever we come to the mall I get extremely excited because the shops that are in this corner are all geeky shops that geeky people like myself just love. So one of them is this really cool Lego store, so I'll quickly show this to you because it's pretty cool. So hold on. So this is the Lego store at the West Edmonton Mall, and here's the entrance here. It's closed, of course, because everything's closed. And here is a Republic gunship. How cool is that? A Republic gunship. Go across, there's a stadium. There's like a car. This is too funny. So there's like a car just across the gate here that's made of Lego. And then all the Lego stuff, okay? So that's the Lego store. And then over here is one of my favorite stores of all time, Indigo, which is, in Canada, it's Indigo Chapters. I'm not sure in America what you guys call it, but here it's called Indigo Chapters. And it's basically a giant bookstore, right? We were actually here yesterday, and I bought a book. I got Alien 3, which they've made into a, they took the original screenplay and made it into a novel. So hopefully I have time to read that, but I'm going to try to read that. So when you come down here, you start getting into more kind of geeky, specific kind of things. So there's West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, and then up above there, there's radio stations that broadcast from the mall, which is kind of cool. But right here, this West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, this is basically a comic store. I love this place. I haven't gone here yet. We're gonna go here this morning when the mall opens at 11. but they have a lot of really neat collectibles and knickknacks. Like I can see Star Trek right there. It looks like Star Trek Discovery. I'm not sure what it is, but oh, that looks freaking cool. So I want to check that out. But I love this store. Okay. And then this is my favorite. This is one of the last video stores that still exist. And I don't know if you have them in the States, but here it's called Sunrise Records. And when all of the video stores closed years ago, Sunrise is the only one that remains. And what I love about Sunrise is they do records. They have vinyl records, and I still collect vinyl records. I just love them. I only collect soundtrack ones, but they do vinyl records that I think is so cool. So that's Sunrise Records. And then there's more of the mall down here. So I'll quickly show you this. And I know this is probably going to get pretty boring pretty quick here, just looking at a mall. But I think it's cool. So I'll just let this run for like say 10 minutes. I might pause it just to go from one area to another, just to show you the ice rink and the carnival. So here's a Lids. So in Canada, Lids is where you get like baseball caps and stuff. Ship. So I've gone to the other side here. You can see like the figures on the dock, the pirates on the dock and everything. And there's the gunship. And like the way that you get on the ramp that takes you onto the ship when you're, you know, a tourist and you're looking around. So there's that. Let's quickly show you. So here's kind of a cool pirate bridge. This is part of that same waterway that the ship goes down and stuff. So here's a neat pirate bridge that connects the two sides of the mall, okay? So I got to show you this. There's a giant water park that's part of the mall. So like when we stayed at the hotel, we were able to basically get tickets for the water park for almost free. We didn't do it because we didn't have time. By the time we got out of the cancer clinic and got here, it was already dinner time and stuff. So we didn't do that, but we could have done that. And it's like a huge water park with slides and everything. Again, kind of like Disneyland for Canadians. So anyway, so that's the water park. You know you're in Canada when there's a family going to the hockey rink at 6 a.m. at the mall for a hockey game. Is this not the ultimate Canadian moment or what? I tell you, this should be a Tim Hortons commercial. So I'll show you quickly the mall. Or sorry, not the mall, the ice rink. So there's a giant ice rink. How much more Canadian can you get than that? A giant frickin' ice rink beside the Victoria's Secret. It's just so Canadian, I tell you. So here, hold on. So here's a family going to it. They clearly have a game or practice. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be singing the national anthem in about 5 minutes here. Sorry, this is taking a bit longer than I thought, but we're almost there here. Here we go. So here is the giant ice rink. It's kind of neat because they play games here constantly. So when we've come to the mall, there's always kids playing games. So it's really, really cool. And for these kids, this is like going to, you know, going to the Edmonton Coliseum, right? Must have this. I'll quickly show you this. This is pretty funny. So there's the third level of the ice rink, and when you look over, there's a Tim Hortons, because all ice rinks must have Tim Hortons. So here's a monument to the time that we live in, a store that can only let 38 people in. I don't know how COVID's going everywhere else, but it's a complete nightmare still here. Hopefully we get out of it soon. It's kind of interesting coming to this mall. Like my whole family, the four of us, we've all been double vaccinated, and we had to print off our vaccination confirmations and bring them with us. And we had to show it at the restaurant last night that we're all vaccinated, and then we were allowed in if we didn't have that we were told that we wouldn't be allowed into the mall, or sorry, into the restaurant. The hotel was the same way, so that's good. Like, I actually like that, and I think that's the way that it should be, and it definitely seems to be the way things are going. So here's Galaxyland. This is the carnival that I was telling you guys about. So I'll just take a quick look. It's obviously closed. It probably will open when the mall opens, which is in like a few hours. So it looks like the only people here are kids for the hockey, and I've run across a couple of security officers, but all the shops are completely closed. So this is Galaxyland. It's basically, like I said, like a Disneyland kind of idea. It's rides for kids. So right here, this is a part of it, right? So Galaxyland. And then here you can see the rides. So there's like a roller coaster and like a splash thing, all that kind of usual stuff that you have at most places like Disneyland, right? So you come across here and you can kind of see it. So at nighttime, what's really cool is at Halloween, we've been here during Halloween, and they decorate it for Halloween. They do it for Christmas as well. So for Christmas, it's all decked out in Christmas lights, and they put like fake snow around. And for Halloween, they put pumpkins all around. So they just kind of get into the spirit of the seasons, right? But it's kind of fun. So there's Galaxyland, which is basically the carnival. So here's a monument to the time that we live in. A store that can only let 38 people in. I don't know how COVID's going everywhere else, but it's a complete nightmare still here. Hopefully we get out of it soon. It's kind of interesting coming to this mall. Like my whole family, the four of us, we've all been double vaccinated, and we had to print off our vaccination confirmations and bring them with us. And we had to show it at the restaurant last night that we're all vaccinated, and then we were allowed in. If we didn't have that, we were told that we wouldn't be allowed into the mall, or sorry, into the restaurant. The hotel was the same way, so that's good. Like, I actually like that, and I think that's the way that it should be, and it definitely seems to be the way things are going. So here's Galaxyland. This is the carnival that I was telling you guys about. So I'll just take a quick look. It's obviously closed. It probably will open when the mall opens, which is in like a few hours. So it looks like the only people here are kids for the hockey, and I've run across a couple of security officers, but all the shops are completely closed. So this is Galaxyland. It's basically, like I said, like a Disneyland kind of idea. It's rides for kids. So right here, this is a part of it, right? So Galaxyland. And then here you can see the rides. So there's like a roller coaster and like a splash thing, all that kind of usual stuff that you have at most places like Disneyland, right? So you come across here and you can kind of see it. So at nighttime, what's really cool is at Halloween, we've been here during Halloween, and they decorate it for Halloween. They do it for Christmas as well. So for Christmas, it's all decked out in Christmas lights, and they put like fake snow around. And for Halloween, they put pumpkins all around. So they just kind of get into the spirit of the seasons, right? But it's kind of fun. So there's Galaxyland, which is basically the carnival. So just heading back to the hotel here. There's all the hockey people waiting for their game here. The hockey arena is called the Ice Palace. Looks like there's a little bar attached. Of course, it's Canada. You got to have a bar as well, right? You got to have beer and hockey. There's the Ice Palace. So just heading back to the hotel here. There's all the hockey people waiting for their game here. The hockey arena is called the Ice Palace. Looks like there's a little bar attached. Of course, it's Canada. You got to have a bar as well, right? You got to have beer and hockey. There's the Ice Palace. So last night we went for dinner at an area in the mall called Bourbon Street. And what it basically is it's a bunch of restaurants in the hotel. They're all in one area called Bourbon Street. And I'll just quickly show you Bourbon Street because it's kind of neat. Bourbon Street. It's all dark right now, right? Because everything's closed. But you walk down here, and then there's a whole string of restaurants. So last night we ate at Boston Pizza, which is right here. And as you go further down, there's like a First Round, which is a bar. There's Moxie's Grill and Bar. There's Five and Dive, which is a bar as well. There used to be a Sherlock Holmes down here, but I don't think that's here anymore. There's one called the Comic Strip, but it goes all the way down there. Okay, it's kind of neat. Go with their hockey stuff. So I'm just coming around here. See more kids with their hockey. It's funny, as you can tell, the kids are all dressed up. That's one of the funny traditions in Canada. When you're a little kid and you're on a hockey team, you're supposed to wear a shirt, tie, and jacket, which is just bizarre, but it's one of those traditions, and kids seem to obey it. And yeah, so anyways, when my oldest child played hockey when he was like 7 until he was around 12, and he just loved it. And I used to have to tie his tie for him and dress him up for it, which was kind of funny. It's like, yeah, you're going to a hockey practice, but you have to dress like an adult. It's kind of bizarre, but I guess it goes back a long ways, and it's just part of the tradition of hockey. So we're going back near the hotel where the giant boat is, the pirate ship. And I just wanted to show you guys this quickly because I think this is important. So I'm showing myself here in the mirror, but just what I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wearing a Tragically Hip shirt. Our hip Prime Minister Justin Trudeau actually brought out a law about 3 years ago that all men over the age or under the age of 65 had to wear hip clothes on Saturdays. And if you don't, you're subject to it's like a $5,000 fine or something. So anyways, I've got my hip clothes on today because it's the Canadian thing to do. So there you go. Okay, I think that is it. So I think I've shown you everything I can think of interest. So we saw the ice rink, the water park, and the carnival, and the pirate ship, and the geek corner. I think that's it. Anyways, that's West Edmonton Mall, the Canadian version of Disneyland. And I know it's a mall, but it's kind of cool. For us, it's cool anyways. And that's it. So Trekkie Dave signing off. I don't know if I'm going to load this video on or not. I think it would be kind of neat. I'll see. If it is, it will probably be like video number 10 or something like that. And it would be just a show and tell walk around West Edmonton Mall when it's closed. Kind of cool. Okay, thanks guys. Take care. God bless. And that's it for now. Trekkie Dave signing off. Thanks.